morning, YouTube. Reseller Mom here. Welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about selling shoes on Amazon FBA, and they're going to be part of some videos that I'm working on this summer where I address gray areas of topics related to Amazon FBA that are just really hard to answer. And so you'll see a lot of opinions and input out there on boards, on videos. And so what these videos, my intent here is to kind of show you what exactly Amazon's rules are, how I do things, and then how you can go ahead and make choices for your business on these kind of hard topics out there. So today is all about reselling shoes. Let's The specific topic today for selling shoes is not really should you sell shoes or shouldn't you sell shoes, but the boxes of said shoes and how to package those boxes, and if you should get shoes without the original box. This is probably the number one question about selling shoes on Amazon that I see people ask, because a lot of stores have started to rip the tops or the lids off of boxes, or maybe you're ordering online and you receive shoes that are in perfect condition but the box is beat up, or you get customer returns from shoes that you're selling and the box is no longer with them. What should you do? Should you continue to sell those shoes? Should you get a different brown box and package them in a generic shoe box? And these are tough questions, and there's no straight answer, hence the gray area. But let's walk through and first go over what does Amazon require, because at the end of the day you have to follow all of Amazon's rules, and then all of the areas that they don't have a specific rule for, you need to decide what you're going to do for your business and what your business policy is going to be, and that's going to be based on where you're sourcing and then what kind of customers you are targeting. So Amazon states in their policies that footwear, regardless of material, must be packaged with no shoe material exposed, either in shoe boxes or poly bags with suffocation warnings. They also have a little video. I always recommend going and watching all of Amazon's Seller University videos and reading all of their rules first. And once you've read the rules and you know kind of the groundwork of what they're expecting, then you can kind of make some decisions on things that they don't address, such as this. These are the requirements for FBA products sold as new, and this link will be down in the description below for some of these slides on Amazon. I'll try to put that link down below so you can click on it and read through these exactly. But products that are listed as new must be in brand new, unused conditions, and they must be, not free of scratches, scuff, dent, wear, creases, tear. That would be beyond what is considered acceptable for a new item. This is where Amazon's kind of gray. Beyond what is acceptable for a new item can have some various definitions there depending on who you're talking to. For other clothes things, I'm just bringing up some of the information to go through that some of the rules on Amazon are very concrete and some are gray, and they are always changing as well. So hangers, if you are questioning whether something needs a hanger, go brush up on what the hanger policy is. It says the following garments are exceptions and must remain on the hanger. So if you're going to go source blazers or suit jackets, you need to know what the hanger policy is. So always go to Amazon first, read their rules, and then go to the forums and ask these types of questions if you're still unclear about the rules. It just always amazes me how many people ask questions and they haven't gone to the seller forums or the Seller University and gotten the basics down first. So Amazon has packaging and prep requirements for all of these things here: glass, ceramics, batteries, sharp units, apparel, fabrics, jewelry, baby products. So go get familiar with all of those, and I always suggest to learn each category of Amazon, become an expert in that category, and then move on and become an expert in another category. I started off with books, got really familiar with grading books and listing books and packaging books, moved on to household office products, and then to toys, and then to groceries, and then to health and beauty items, etc. So go down. You're not going to learn Amazon everything overnight. It's a lot of little rules, and it's a lot of different little web pages you need to look at and get familiar with. So specifically for packaging guidelines on footwear, right here it says footwear, measure the footwear in its original manufacturer provided box, no material exposed. You cannot send unmatched singles or groups of shoes without a secured shoebox, and use packaging for footwear other than the original manufacturer provided box. So that's exactly what Amazon says. You cannot use packaging for footwear other than the original manufacturer provided box. Now, I know other people do sell boxes and they just put them in another shoebox. Sometimes you can buy Nike boxes and ship in a Nike box, but it's not the original one for that particular shoe. So what are we gonna do here? The next 2 slides is how I package up my shoes and my store policies. So for any sort of shoe that is supposed to come in an original manufactured box that a customer would expect it to be in a box, I seal my boxes up with a rubber band. Now, these rubber bands are on Amazon. My link is down below in my associate store if you are interested in purchasing this exact rubber band. The 3 most common ways to package shoes up that I have seen over the years is the rubber band being the first and most commonly used and suggested. The next would be a poly bag and or plastic wrap, where you take kind of a saran wrap, you wrap it around the box and seal it up that way. And then some people just throw the entire box into a poly bag and ship in a poly bag. Again, your business, you can decide which one you want. I have not had any trouble or problems using the rubber band. It is economical and it is fast when you are shipping lots of shoes, and would be my preferred suggested way to do it. Poly bags do look a little bit nicer, but it's a bit more extra work, and I don't really think it's appreciated. You know, the value of that extra work is not that doesn't justify the extra work and money over the rubber band. That's my opinion, though. If I'm selling shoes that customers are not expecting to come with a box, they don't typically come with a box, then that is fine to go ahead and put them into a poly bag and follow Amazon's rules for poly bags with the suffocation warning. Self-seals bags are very nice, and I highly recommend them for packaging up things. These are just a pair of deer foam slippers. Customers aren't going to expect deer foam slippers necessarily to be in a box. Same goes with a lot of flip-flops, summer shoes, sandals, anything that if you walked into a store and it normally is hanging up on a wall, and it is known to be hanging up on a wall, then you can use the poly bag. But Nike tennis shoes is pretty common knowledge that Nike tennis shoes come in a box. So here is a Facebook feed that I was looking at and reading where somebody received in a damaged box, and somebody is talking about putting it into a brown box and whatnot. So this is a pretty common question on boards, and I suggest that you not only listen to my opinion and my business model, but also go see what other people are doing as well and why they make decisions in their business based on what's going on too. So here they've obviously received a very damaged box. If this was my business, I would return this to whoever I purchased it from, citing that it was damaged and I'm not going to accept damaged materials. My opinion on buying online arbitrage items is I am buying a brand new item. My expectations is that you ship me a brand new item. And if I am going to be reselling it or giving it as a gift or even for myself, this is not acceptable to ship it in this type of condition. So I would ask for a refund and ship this back to the company and get something that was not damaged. Now, some people would just say rebox this into a brown box and sell it as used like new, denoting that the original box is gone. My take is anything that's like this that I can't get returned or whatnot, say an Amazon customer ships this back like this, I'm going to sell it over on eBay where I can disclose the box condition and the customer can make that decision whether they want or care about a damaged box. And of course, it's going to be sold for slightly less than what it would be on Amazon brand new. Let's see here. Yes, on this side. Somebody put it pretty well into words up here that Rack Room has done the return rate on things like this and has determined that selling shoes in damaged condition like this is worth it and it doesn't eat into their numbers as bad as they think. And every company out there has done risk analysis. Every Nike store has carefully looked at the neighborhood they're in, the risk assessment for being robbed, the risk assessment for shoplifters, the risk assessment for return rates, and the same goes for everybody that sells shoes online in terms of large companies. They have assessed the risk for shipping it the way they ship it and postal damage, return rates, porch thefts, etc. And you need to do the same with your business. Now, this is from Uline. You can go buy blank shoe boxes if you're needing blank shoe boxes. But when you're looking at your Amazon account, you need to look at your risk and two kind of things. One, do you buy retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, or do you buy wholesale? And the main reason there is your biggest risk to your Amazon account is IP claims, which is intellectual property claims, and authenticity claims, especially with shoes. So if you get any of those claims, can you quickly get Amazon a wholesale invoice that will get those claims cleared up pretty quickly, within minutes, if not hours? If you don't, and you're buying from a store or buying online arbitrage and you only have a store receipt, those may or may not work for particular claims. If you have a slew of customers that are already, starting to question the authenticity, or if Nike themselves makes an IP claim and you cannot prove your purchase is authentic, and there's any sort of doubt with your account, you are setting yourself up for suspension. And those types of suspensions are very hard to come back from. The next thing you need to kind of assess is the brands. What brands are you selling, and are people expecting a brand new box? A lot of people that buy Nikes and Jordans buy them and keep them in the box, and the box is part of the value of that item. Whereas other brands like Deerfoam slippers, people don't collect slippers. People don't put slippers on display and keep the box. They immediately throw that packaging out. So know your brands and know your customers and assess the risk for your business and the volume of what you're going to do and what kind of risks are you willing to take. Nike shoes have some amazing margins to them and can be very profitable, but if you are making $3,000 a year in Nike shoes but spending $3,000 a year in lawyer bills to keep your account from getting suspended or to come back from a suspension, you've got to weigh that out. I have seen people who have been shut down and has taken 3-4 months to get their account unsuspended, and once they come back from that, If they get another suspension that is very similar to the first suspension, they're pretty much done. You may get your account back on a good day, but getting it back over and over and over for the same issues is next to impossible. I have not seen anybody who has sold shoes in a brown box that were Nikes or Jordans from online arbitrage, retail arbitrage, and been able to get their account back after multiple suspensions. One or two might be okay, and your lawyer bill is going to go up over and over. So take a look at what you're doing, assess your risk, and then make those decisions in your business. I myself do not sell any sort of Nike or name brand that requires a box without the original box. That's my business decision. And unless if I land a major wholesale account with some rock solid invoices, it will continue to be my business policy. I hope this has answered or cleared up any questions you have kind of surrounding whether you should sell an item in the condition that you're looking at or not. As much as forums and Facebook groups are helpful, at the end of the day, it's your business. So if you pay the bills with your business, you need to assess those risks yourself and not, take everybody's opinion and what they do with a grain of salt. Everybody's kind of in a different boat. So what might be good for somebody else may not be what you should be doing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did and you learned anything, go ahead and give me a like, and I would love to have you as a subscriber as always. Take care, ask any questions down below, and have a fabulous day.